Hey everyone, Amber Bridgestone here, and as I had promised, I am doing the airplane how to travel with your dolls video. About, oh my goodness, it's been 2-3 months now since I went to New York with Emily. Shin's with me today because I've been trying to do some extra bonding with him because things been tough. But I made him a shirt and some pants. They kind of suck, both of them, but I'm not a great sewer. I know this. So I'm gonna start off with what I did with Emily. Now when I travel, I bring Emily along usually because she's my most inexpensive doll, which means she's the one I don't fear as getting hurt as much. I know that sounds weird and probably a lot of people are cringing, but I know that I can get her mold easily if the worst were to happen. If I were to lose her or leave her somewhere or something like that, I wouldn't feel guilty that I lost a limited edition doll. Also, she's really good for the same reason as she's my ambassador. She's the one I take places and let people hold, because if they drop her, again, I can find replacement parts. They're cheap. You can find Bobobis for like $80 on the marketplace. Yeah. So, what I did is I carried her in my backpack, wrapped up in a blanket with the face protector on her. When I got to security, I pulled her out of the backpack and unwrapped her and put her in those bins that they have for computers and any other technological devices. I just put her in one of those and sent her through. Well, the weird thing that happened was a young girl went through, like, a few minutes before me, and she had an American Girl doll. And, all there were women in my line who were taking care of the processing and such, and they were like, oh, it's a cute dolly, here you go, little one, and they let her go. And then Emily went through, and they all looked down at it like, what is this? And they picked her up, and I'm like, oh, okay, they're picking her up. I can see that. That's why I don't fear her getting hurt. And they looked at her, and they looked at her face cover, and they're like, whose dolly is this? And they were looking down for a little kid, and I was like, that's me. And they're like, oh, can you tell us about this? And I explained as much as I can because we had to catch our flight. But she's still a good doll for that. And I gave out a little bit of information, probably didn't get enough out, and went through and left. And that's my crazy doll airplane story. So, nothing big at all. Other things about carrying dolls through. The reason why I pulled her out of my backpack is I had heard so many horror stories of people pulling you aside and saying what's in your bag, and, TSA people being stupid, basically. So, yeah. I decided to pull her out and just treat her like a computer. Cost about as much, so might as well send her through like a computer. And that way they know exactly what they're looking at. You don't have to fear them, wigging out that you have a body in your bag. I've heard a story about that. And yeah. And then when I got to New York, I took her almost everywhere with me. We went to see Wicked, and I took her there. I got some pictures of her. I haven't been able to load them up to my computer because my computer's been acting funky. So, yeah. Not gonna happen just yet. Then I got to walk up and down Times Square. My boyfriend let me take pictures, and he took a few pictures. And I made it look like she was walking. And it was kind of cool. I had fun. And I even took a picture of her next to all the Barbie dolls not Barbie dolls, they're the Disney princesses at the Disney store. It was quite amusing. And all the adults were looking at me like, what is that? And then one woman actually asked me if I was a fashion designer, and I'm like, no, not a fashion designer, not me. So, yep. So my only advice is, when you're going through plane travel, know where your doll is, don't let it leave your sight. Definitely treat it like your computer. Send it right through the scanner so people can see exactly what it is. Pick a doll that you're willing to travel with, one that you're willing to get jostled around, because you know it will. I always plan for the worst and hope for the best. So, that's why I always take Emily. I was actually thinking taking Emily and Yoko and Shin, but then I realized my boyfriend would get very angry at me. So we decided not to. So, until next time, I will be seeing you guys. I'm working on a couple of other videos of what I should do. If you have any requests that you would like me to do, please answer. And yeah, I hope to get into some BJD Addicts prompts, because I've been needing to get back to that. So, I will talk to you later, okay? Keep having fun. Bye.